Hello there, friends, and welcome to day 20 of our 30-day zero updates challenge here on the island of Muddle Through. How's that for a beginning? Banded dragonfly right away. Okay, well, guys, today we're gonna not work on cliffs. How about that? So Bon Bon was crafting a thing and she gave me the recipe and I almost cried because it was a mum recipe. She gave us the recipe for the mum cushion. And of course, as you know, we had no mums. So that sent me on a trip through time, which I will tell you about right now. Okay, so while I tell you about it, we're going to start grabbing some stuff to take some places on the island. Because we're going to do some decorating today. So, yeah, when she said mum cushion, you know we've been checking Nooks every day for the different flowers, trying to find some that we didn't have already. We got the roses finally, but we still didn't have mums. We still didn't have cosmos. So I said, well, she gave us this mum cushion recipe. We've got to go find some mums. So I went forward to August 3rd and no fireworks. It was a Sunday, not one single firework, not even a mention. So that was definitely not included on the card. So then I left August and I went to September. Oh, by the way, there were lilies in Nooks in August. So I went to September and there wasn't much going on. There was the things, the pine cones, and the, what else do you shake out of the trees? Acorns. And Isabel gave us a recipe for the Tree's Bounty little tree. Okay, I'm not finding what I'm looking for. Wait, I know where one of the things is. But while we're right over here, let's run over here because I have to show you the mums. Because Nooks had mums in September. So I have planted some over here in the hopes that maybe we can get some pink ones or, I don't know, purple. I think the yellow ones together spawn purple. We have some more seeds somewhere, so we'll get some more of these planted out. And also discovered this, that apparently the blue pansies from that island do make purple pansies when they work together. So I moved a couple of them over here hoping maybe we could get some more purple pansies. That's super exciting too. I don't remember if that's how it works. Like if the flower breeding, if it's the purple ones together that make, or the blue ones together that make the purple. I have done that before, but you know, it's been a while. So that's a whole process with every flower, so I don't remember if that's how it works. But either way, we have a purple pansy now, which is super exciting. This is what I'm looking for. Okay. And let's see, what else? Ooh, I know what else. Anyway, I found the mums. I was super excited, and I was like, well, it could be done. However, maybe I'll just go and see if Halloween is happening. So I went to October 31st. Isabel did mention that it was Halloween, and she said something about wearing costumes. However, there were no villagers in costumes. There was no Jack. There was no candy. There was no anything. So I need this too. Yeah, nothing in October, except there were cosmos. So we now have all of the flowers. The fruit, I'm afraid that's not going to happen, but at least we got all of the flowers. So then I was like, well, let's go forward to November, the day after Turkey Day, and see if Nooks is having the 30% off sale, and we'll buy a bunch of customization kits. Well, no, there was no 30% off sale. I guess without Turkey Day, because we didn't have Turkey Day. We don't have any holidays here on the cartridge. Oh, I finished our little path too. Check it out. I've got all the little pieces in here, and plus the little spots and a straight up and down and left and right one too. Cool. So we're going to be using that today in some of our decorating, and we are going to get to decorating. Anyway, so then I jumped forward to December, since I couldn't buy my customization kits. I jumped forward to December to see if the toys were in Nooks. And unfortunately, that also was not a thing. So, yeah. that's that. I was thinking that this would be a great place for the lighthouse, since we ended up with this little piece of land here. So we're just gonna throw these things over here. And that is going to be one of our decorating things. I'm going to put this flat garden rock over here too, because I feel like that's something we could use with this. Oh, you know what? We have a couple of seashell partitions that would look really good up here too. Ooh, maybe we could put some of those like around the edges. That might look really cool. We got to figure out something to do with all these little edges here. So, yeah, that's definitely an option. We'll have to think about that. I laid out a bunch of crafting materials and crafting recipes that I picked up from the villagers along the way, because I made sure I found the crafting villager every month that I went to. And I also picked up a few mushrooms from November and some things like that. So we have some new recipes in here from Isabel. She gave us not only the Tree's Bounty little tree, but we got the mushroom wreath and we got the ornament wreath as well. Found the Zen fence in Nooks, and I think I got the corral fence one too. So got a couple new fences. I caught a sturgeon in November maybe, and picked up a few monarch butterflies. Oh, look at June over here enjoying the little table. Super cute. Picked up some monarch butterflies in September, so I got 3 of them. So if we see Flick again, we can get a model with the monarch butterfly. And now that we've gotten absolutely nothing done so far, do we need an oil lamp for any reason? You know what? I'm gonna buy it because it feels like something that might go cool in the lighthouse area. We have a ton of bottle messages in our pocket, so we're gonna see if any of these are something new. We got a scarecrow, that's fun. Okay, that one's a new one. I don't know if we'll use that on our summer island, but we might. We got a simple DIY workbench, which we already have. Okay. We've got a garden rock. Nice. Okay. Super happy about that. That's a good option. Okay, so I realized something else too, because I was thinking about what to do around where I've just put the lighthouse and stuff, and normally on little cliffs and stuff like that, or even anywhere in the yards and in the between yards, whatever, I would use things like the bushes or the hedge that Leaf gives you, and we don't have Leaf, so we don't get the hedge, we don't get bushes, we don't even get the topiaries from the Nook Miles shopping, because that was a 2.0 thing. So we have like 0 options for bushes. We basically have flowers and fences, so that's what we're working with here. The closest thing, oh, the shell table, nice. The closest thing that we'll ever get to a bush is like if we stunt one of these hardwood trees, like at the smallest level, which maybe we could do that. Money flooring, that's going to be super helpful. Okay, so some walls and floors, not really anything too very helpful, but we did get some fun ones from villagers while I was traveling too. And we are going to get to this decorating, but we got to get through all this. Okay, so cool windflower wreath we got the peach dress, a wooden chest, I think that one was from Ozzy, a corral fence, we got that from the Nook Miles, and then a pansy table Dora was crafting one day. Okay, I guess we're going to kind of start with this lighthouse area. Let's just see what one of these, whoops, not that, one of these shell partitions looks like kind of there. I mean, that's pretty cool, right? I think. Okay, we'll leave them there for now. And we could recolor those if we wanted, but I think having them the kind of the natural color is probably best in this case. Okay, we're just gonna round the little corners as we do. Maybe we can throw in a little bit of stones around here. We need to get the custom design path so I can lay these down with the little tool here. Let's put our lighthouse down. And put that right in the center of the little patch here. Maybe even back toward the back of it. Yeah, like that. We've got this anchor statue, which we could put up here at the front. And unfortunately, I don't think we can customize that, so it has to be the silver one. This flat garden rock will be good, and we just got the recipe for the garden rock, so we might be able to make one of those too and add it over here in a little bit, but I don't know. I feel like there should be some rocks around the around the lighthouse. Can we bring this forward anymore? No. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely going to need more than one. It looks kind of weird with just one there, right? Okay, so, obviously we're always getting new stuff and looking for things to use, so we're going to just place this here right now with this oil lamp on it. Okay, I've crafted some more stuff. I think I am gonna move this just like over to there and use the other one up here maybe. So let's see what we got. So that anchor might move too. We might do lots of rearranging over here. I don't know. Oh, we need something tall back there. Maybe like the only thing I can think of is like the bamboo screen. I mean, oh wait a second. Okay, let's try this. Because I did make some stone fencing, but it's not very tall, so I don't know if it's going to be like what we need it to be back here. Maybe we need to move the whole lighthouse over to the left a little bit. Arrange, rearrange, arrange some more. Okay, what are we thinking about this so far? How's this looking? Where's our little anchor gonna go in this situation? We also have the little shell speaker that needs to go somewhere. Maybe that can go right here. It's not as big as I thought it was. I thought it was kind of like a 2 spaces wide thing, but it's only 1. But I think it'll look good right there for a little bit of seashell on the other side there. And nobody's going to be up here because it's not going to have any inclines or ladders up to it or anything. So it's not like we need to have like seating or places for people to walk around or anything. It's just, this is the lighthouse. This is the lighthouse area, so this is it. I think that's pretty good. Actually, I really like how that looks. I think that looks pretty good. Yeah, we have a lighthouse situation. We'll have to check it out in the dark one of these days. Okay, there we go. That livened it up a little bit. A few cosmos in there in the red and white to match the lighthouse. Yeah, I like that. I think we may even throw a couple more in there, but that was all the ones I had grown at the moment. So, yeah, I think that turned out pretty good. And, you know, like everything, we can add some more to it later if we find something good. Okay, let's work on another spot. So right down here in this area is where we're going to have our wishing well and money tree situation. So I got to move some of these cedar trees. Yeah, this is going to be one of our wishing spots, so I have room to pick this stuff up here. Let's do this. And let's get the tree placement figured out. Like, it's creating this little circle in the circle, you know what I mean? I mean, it's not really a circle, it's a whatever shape it is, but that's what we're going to do, I think. So I just happen to have 2 little money trees here in my pocket, so we're going to go ahead and plant a couple of those so they can start growing. And we'll get the other ones in a minute, but let's put down some of our dirt path here. Okay, and here is a good lesson in path making that I totally forgot when I made these paths, is that if you want to use these in shapes other than just the square, the little edges have to actually go all the way to the very corner. So I'm going to have to go in and adjust my design so that I don't have these weird little corners sticking out here and there, so it'll have a nice smooth edge. So yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that, but this is a start. So this is where our little well is gonna go, and actually we might want to customize it. Let's go see if we can customize it. So we've got the red brick. We could do the white, or we could do the gray and green. Ooh, does that, wait, is that green? No, I guess it's kind of like old wood. Okay, I don't know why that looked green for a minute. So like, it's in a forest. I kind of like the gray and faded one, but the white and red is a little more whimsical. It is a wishing well. Would you wish in that well, or would you wish in this well? This well looks like your wish is gonna come true. This one, not so much. Okay, so we do still have some stone fencing here. Let's maybe put in a little bit of that here and there. And I'm gonna go drop a bunch of stuff and pick up some flowers for this area too. Wishing flowers, wishing flowers. Okay, I almost brought the purple pansy, but I think that these yellow tulips will look nice here. Yeah, I think that's gonna look really nice. Okay, so a little more fence maybe. And I just went and picked up 2 full-grown money trees to put here in the back so we could get that looking closer to what it's gonna be. Alright, now we gotta just move some of this stuff around. Alright, so our little well is gonna kind of sit maybe a little far back here. Maybe a little further forward here. And then, where should the little bench go? Should it be like in front of it? Should it be behind it? Off to the side? Sit under a money tree and think about your wishes. Let's actually bring this forward a little bit more and over here just a tad bit more. What do we think? Is this good? Yeah, a little wishing spot. Okay, I've added in a few of our little flower design. I added a couple more flowers to it, so it's a few more than it was, but I think it's pretty cute, actually. Just some tiny little flowers dotted here and there. I'm gonna put one here, too. Yeah, I think this turned out really cute. All right, wait, we need one more thing. Okay, there we go, a little wishing coin. I just put it on the little spot. Maybe it should be on the spot up here. I don't know. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's good. And again, we may find something to add to it, we may not. Oh, we need to make Dottie's other table here. Let's do that. I was looking for, you know what item we haven't got yet is like the little teacup, the cute little teacup. I have not seen that yet. Was that a 2.0 item? I totally don't remember if that was a 2.0 item or not. I'm gonna put this little teddy bear here too because it's super cute. All right, so yeah, I think, oh, Dottie got an extra rose already. We're gonna have to clean that up. I'm gonna have to go on flower cleanup duty after all that time travel. Weeds and flowers are out of control around here. Oh, we've got a conversation going on here. You so won't believe what my horoscope said about me. It's both wacky and legit bonkers. Legit bonkers? Is that anything like nonsense? Because horoscopes are all just total nonsense. It said, you will get the object of your desires. So bonkers. But aren't those good things? How's that bonkers? What is bonkers? Poor Murphy. Right? And so like I was hanging out at Bonbon's house and Bonbon up and gave me a totally glam outfit I'd been eyeballing for weeks. Oh my gosh, such a cool surprise gift. I was so happy that, wow, I just legit died. Hold up, are you okay? Don't die? Then I ran into June and Toads got a compliment. That horoscope was the bomb. Are you just messing with me? I guess he's not up on the lingo. I hate to tell Dottie, but that's not even the lingo anymore. Oh boy. Let's see. Okay, we're out here looking for some stuff for some yards. Yeah, we kind of decided we needed to let what was available dictate what we're doing, right? So we're gonna find something. I think we're gonna give Bonbon like a little gardening yard. Okay, we're gonna see what we can put together with what's in my pocket. Oh wait, first these Zen cushions I grabbed for the Stargaze wishing area, the star wishing area. Yeah, we're gonna place those down here, and we'll probably customize those before it's all over with. Okay, I found some stuff we could possibly use, but I also just remembered that now that we have all the kinds of flowers, we can craft her a garden wagon. So, whoops. So I'm gonna go and get the flowers that we need to do that. It was yellow roses, red cosmos, and white hyacinth, I think. Okay, so we're gonna change part of her little thing to wood, and the rest is just gonna have a little corner of dirt for her garden. And this tree is totally in the way. We can't see. I'm gonna have to move it. So I picked up 3 flowers for her. I don't know what I want the 4th one to be yet, so we're just going to put these in. Some nice bright summer but also foresty-ish colors. Maybe the white one's not. I don't know. But let's put this garden wagon down. And I put it to the dark color. I don't know. Is that a good choice for her? And look, now it kind of matches the flowers that are in her little garden there. So yeah, I think that is a good choice for her actually. Maybe we're gonna bring this back to this corner. We'll figure out tree placement later. I had to get that out of the way so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so rattan low table we're not going to need over here. Mini cactus. Let's see. I brought her a cassette player, a hand cart. I picked up the red one, but we have a yellow one somewhere. So we're gonna have to totally switch this out because the yellow is gonna go much better. Alright, I customized the little wooden stool so it's also the dark wood, and I put the little orange cover on it. I thought that would be cute and matchy, and then we're going to move that forward just a little bit because I also customized my watering can for her to use over here too, and it's green. And that might actually look better up on something. Okay, we could put this in there. But is that weird to have a bench next to a stool? I mean, but it's really just for stuff to sit on. And guess what? I can't put the watering can down on it. I can't put it on there. Remember back to the days when the wooden bucket couldn't sit on top of things? We're in those days. Yeah, it won't let me set the watering can on top of the stool either. You know what? We'll just place it there in the fourth spot in the garden, then we don't have to find another flower. There we go. Alright, well, there's that. Should we give her a little fence along the back here? No, that'll just hide the garden wagon. I think this is just good. Actually, all we have to do is switch out this little thingy when we find the yellow one again. But yeah, there's a little yard for Bon Bon, I think, all done. One finishing touch there. I might rearrange this a little bit more. I'm not sure about the placement of the stool, but that's one more villager yard we're calling mostly finished-ish. Oh, look, Murphy's over here enjoying the way overgrown, needs to be weeded Riverside cookout. Super cute. Okay, I was just looking for some other stuff and I found the yellow one. There we go. Yeah, that's better, I think. I don't know. What do you guys think? The yellow or was the red better? You can let me know. And then I picked up one other thing that I want to try over in our little bird watching area. We talked about using some of the old school methods to make a fence back here. So we're just going to jump down here for a second. And didn't we, whoops. Didn't we used to do this? No, it doesn't get any closer than that. Maybe it's supposed to be backwards. I thought people used to use these as like a railing. No, that's definitely like too far away from the edge. Okay, so that's not gonna work. All right, friends, that's gonna be the end of our work for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for another day here on Muddle Through. We got 3 little builds done, which I think is pretty good progress. If we could do like 3 a day for the next 10 days, I think we'll be in really good shape. Of course, we do have a little bit of cliff to finish somewhere in there, but not a problem. We can make it happen. I think we're in good shape to finish the island in time with all the goals. We'll have to check in with Isabel maybe next time and see where we are on the star rating, if I can clean up some of our mess. But I appreciate you so much for hanging out with me today, and I will see you in the next one. Have a beautiful day.